And hello, everyone. Welcome. Episode 7. Have I got news for you? D&D 5th edition game. Set. Magic the Gathering Plane of Ravnica. Street level Ravnican. And the high level Planeswalkery magicians. And welcome, as I said, episode 7, Ro-Mancer the Stone. And also welcome to episode 7 of the 2-episode long murder mystery that was part of a completely different campaign that I'm not running now.
You're welcome.
So, a few things before we get going. As I said, this is a 5th edition Ravnica game. If I rule something to the contrary of how you expect me to rule it, due to the way the rules are written, congratulations, that is now a house rule. And if I rule it different later in the game, that's the house rule now. My job as the Dungeon Master is to tell a story and keep the action going. Those are the two most important things. 2, our party is level 6, level 4, I believe, level 5 now.
5, I think.
Level 5 now. Okay. Having leveled up episode or 2 ago. That's as we stand. Now, who wants to do the recap? Said, asking when they already established this before they went live on air.
Yep, I am already ready.
All right, Jamie, take it away.
Alrighty then, folks. So,
oh wait, hang on a minute. Before we begin, we've got to introduce our characters.
You're absolutely right.
I'm being an idiot. Let's start with Jamie.
I'm Jamie. I am Agustus, the Loxodon sorcerer from the Izzet League. I'm here to blow things up, and I'm the cameraman.
And next to him would be Poetics.
I'm Poetics, and I play a Ruric Welptan, who is a very well-meaning, not the brightest bulb in the toolshed paladin who tries to make sure that everyone gets along, both within the party and without.
And above him would be Jordan.
Hello, I'm Jordan. I play Adelchi of the Orzhov Syndicate, the company Documancer for our little news team.
And go ahead.
Nope, that's it. I'm
Nope.
the Documancer.
Okay. And rounding out the party is Aimee.
I'm Zimzix. I am a goblin with Clan Dimir, and I basically boss everyone around.
They don't necessarily listen, but you do boss them around.
I'm okay with that.
Jamie, where were we? Intro.
Awesome. So we had just arrived down in the Undercity. And we are going through, kind of snaking our pathway through, trying to find like an actual major like town that we can talk to. So then when we got in there, I caught the whiff of using my Loxodon senses of an explosion very close by. So I followed my nose, which is very funny. I'll promise not to keep using that. I promise.
Liar.
I followed my nose to where the explosion was, but we didn't find anything. So our party trekked ourselves back to town when I ran into a fellow Izzet member, and she was explaining to me about something that was stolen. So we have to get it back. So
do you remember her name?
Oh, I do actually. I wrote it down. Her name is Nessa. No last name given. So, we did the smart thing, obviously, and we split the party because the rest of the party went to go find a flower or something or whatever. I'm more important. Not
time
important.
out. Yes. The flower or something or whatever, the night blooming flower that
but there's explosions.
In the first...
But there's explosions and stuff. We got to find it. It's important. So we ended up splitting the party. They go off and find the whatever flower. I go off and find with my new friend Nessa to find where to explain to her, hey, here's where your thing is, where the explosions happen. When we were about to leave, we got attacked by a dude in beetle armor and stuff. So we were like, snap, we got to go and try to fight this guy. Then a big ass spider came and got me. So I shocked him. And then she said, hey, we got to go. And I was like, you're right. Let's go. And then we just left. And now we're here.
Okay.
And I'm hurt. I'm very hurt. I'm very hurt.
Okay. Does anybody from the other party want to say what happened while he was off ranting around?
I don't know if I can follow that energy. We discovered a very very smooth flower merchant, man, and gave us the lowdown on where we might be able to find the night blooming Renzer flowers, and that some had recently been purchased for an old man for his wife, and Ruric immediately assumed it was for a funeral. And so there were questions of whether to follow the source or to follow the old man, because we have his location as well. When we decided to grab the party as a whole, so as to not leave our Loxodon friend in the dark. And then we come around a corner to find him smoking, running, screaming with his new friend.
And the source of the flowers was we got the information from a flyer that basically said, hey, we don't like these guys over there. I can't remember the name of the group. The fellows next door, because they're pushing their way into the underground territory, and we're meeting to kind of set up a rebellion against
join the resistance, kind of.
The resistance, yes.
Now, do you remember the flower seller's name? Not the flower seller's, the person that grew the...
Varys? Varys.
Varys.
But apparently that's a very common name.
Yes.
In the underground, Undercity.
It's the Golgarian equivalent of like Stuart.
Mm-hmm.
John Stewart.
Ridge.
Oh, really?
So, Jamie, go ahead and give yourself inspiration for that. For covering the recap. So we pick up not moments after we've left off from the previous adventure, where Augustus and Nessa have come screaming towards the party, on fire. Or at least they were on fire at some point. Their skin is covered in disgusting green and yellow pussy bubo. And take it away, Augustus.
Guys, the guy, beetle armor, giant spider, help.
Are you okay? I'm gonna lay on hands.
Okay.
Because my boy looks hurt.
I'm hurt.
Jamie, on about how hurt are you, might one say?
I have 8 HP. I'm pretty hurt.
Then I think,
to use the 4th edition term, he's bloody.
absolutely. Then I think that's going to be 20 points of lay on hands.
Ooh,
puts me.
So you don't want to make
2-0.
You don't want to make the cleric do his job at all.
I'm immune to disease, and this guy looks like he's all pustuled up. So I figure I'm the best one to help out on that front.
Okay.
See, this is why we should have stuck with the mission.
You know,
explosions as I get up and dust myself off. But we are one step closer to trying to figure out the somebody who have stolen the pyro flux explosion.
This is like pyro mana flux conduit.
Sorry, okay.
Was someone chasing you?
Yes, there was a guy he had armor like a beetle armor and everything, but that's not the worst part. The worst part was the giant spider that got me. That was the worst part.
I'm looking down the road to see if they're actively being pursued.
They are not actively being pursued.
Okay.
There is no signs of a giant spider anywhere.
It was just back there. Ugh.
Well, we scared it off.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Or us yelling and screaming the opposite direction as we were running scared it off. That could have been it.
No. It was very clearly the three of us running around the corner that scared it off.
Well, anyway, we've got a lead on where to get these flowers, so we came to get you.
Okay, cool. I'm ready.
So how are you and your friend getting along?
Peachy. However, the beetle man is probably still after us. We're on to something big. Well, big-ish. The prototype for the mana flux capacitor has been stolen.
Pyro mana flux conduit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pyro mana flux conduit. The prototype for it has been stolen. We think there might be a conspiracy to blow up one of the
Civic.
Yes, the Simic, not Ozark. Zonart, yes. I was close. So yes. But the guy.
Really?
Yes.
But
I'm pretty sure if we try to go back there, he's not gonna be there.
You said he was in beetle armor. Did you see anything else that identified him?
Either of you?
No, I really didn't get a chance to do anything. As we were leaving, I got pulled almost into the river, and I didn't get a chance to really get a good eye on him. He was across the river, and we were slinging spells and everything at him, and yeah.
Who's got the paper?
What paper?
The paper.
The paper from the flower vendor.
That's me.
Yeah, show it to him.
You want to join a resistance
against the Simic?
This might be a clue to lead us to where we might actually have to go here.
Yeah, that's what we were gonna go do.
Oh, okay,
you might have to put on a disguise.
It's kind of hard to disguise a giant elephant.
You could disguise him as a different giant elephant.
I mean, I know at least
Point of order.
7 other Loxodons.
Point of order. Wasn't the decision to go check out the house?
Yes.
Okay.
It absolutely was.
Yeah.
It absolutely was. But remember, she's the one that tells us what to do.
Exactly.
Well, this is a better idea. Then.
I thought we were going to go crash some guy's funeral. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we were going to do both because we figured we could go check out the house and then get to the meeting later because it was later in the evening. So yeah. I think we were going to do both.
So is your friend going to be okay?
She looks like the worst of wears. If possible, she might need some healing as well.
She doesn't look nearly as bad as Augustus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm willing to believe that part.
She only actually lost about 10 hit points.
Yeah, I
she was incapacitated for the rest of the.
So we kind of know our order of stuff. What you said you got had of a lead to the theft. What is that lead?
I mean, we only have the guy in the armor, unfortunately.
So not really a lead, just
about it. And we also know what the item is that was stolen. So that's kind of 2 leads, or 1.5 leads, or 1 3/4 leads.
Leads lead you somewhere.
Lead you somewhere.
You were investigating something that exploded because something that explodes was stolen. And when you were investigating it,
Yes.
someone attacked you.
Exactly. The man in beetle armor.
All we have to do is find beetle people.
Ruric, roll me a intelligence check and add your proficiency.
Wow. 19.
Hey.
He did a smart.
Still, putting things together.
So there's suddenly in your head, there's this vision taking you way, way, way back to when you were very, very young. There's almost like a moot amongst paladins and druids and other such of the Selesnya Conclave with their counterparts from the Golgari. And you can remember that a lot of the druids from within the Golgari dressed out of insect shells and diaphanous material. You remember thinking one of them looked a bit like a bee and another one looked a bit like a spooder.
I think that was a druid.
Maybe.
I remember there were Golgari druids that dressed up like dragonflies and dung beetles and wasps. I didn't get close to those because they sting you. And that's kind of their thing for holy rituals. Maybe explosion is a form of worship.
You were doing good there for a minute.
You lost me with
what
the
is he, a
explosions of
Slanishi
worship.
cultist?
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Different type of explosion.
It doesn't really get us anywhere. So let's go check out, I guess, the old man's place. See if that.
Let's pay our respects.
Yeah, we'll pay
I
our
don't
respects, and then get to that meeting if we don't find anything there. So.
But the conduit.
What?
Where do we go next for the conduit, though?
Exactly. A lead leads you somewhere, and you got nothing.
We can't all follow our nose.
We want
Elephant joke.
Yeah.
Calm down.
And
If
he just
said
said
connected, we'll get there.
And he just said that the guy who was chasing you wouldn't be there if we were to go and turn around right now. So what would you want us to do? I can stomp my feet and hoot and holler a lot, but I don't think that'll get us anywhere.
Fine, let's go find this old man. I promise we're going to look for the conduit later.
Look, if this is all
100%.
tied together like
Guaranteed.
it seems to be, we'll get there.
What are you, some kind of holistic detective?
Yes.
No, I just understand what's a clue and what's not.
Side note for the DM, if you understood that, this would have been done 5 sessions ago.
Work with me here.
I'm just saying.
I think I know what I'm doing.
Think being the operative word.
We are of the high opinion.
All right, so what's the plan, gang?
House.
Go up.
Don't make a mess. Go to the secret cultist meeting. Don't get blown up.
Yeah.
In that order.
So you're just going to walk up and knock the door?
I mean,
Or
yeah.
are you going to actually, in character, discuss a plan?
Ruric thinks this is the plan.
Right.
I personally think we need a plan.
I just know where we're going.
Well, we go. We offer to
go.
pay our respects, and then
It's dead yet, Rory.
we
Ruric.
those aren't the kinds of flowers you just get because it's Tuesday.
some people, yes, they get flowers because it is Tuesday.
You don't get flowers from that guy just because it's Tuesday.
Are you
I think
saying
we
that,
need to.
Are you saying that as you walk past the?
Just out of earshot, but still.
What up,
In
dude?
earshot. It's totally in earshot. We don't buy flowers like that from a guy like that.
Maybe we should actually just see the house first and try and figure out what the best way to approach it is after that.
I bet it's a spooky like estate on a hill, like overlooking the Dements.
Not to be that guy, but that was literally how it was described to you last session.
Oh, I know. Absolutely. Ruric is hoping that description was accurate.
So you are directed to walk up the hill to to where this house is, and it very much is like, think like the Addams Family house.
Oh,
but like in a walled grounds with big gates. The walls are made out of like this grey stone and topped with like spiky iron railings, and every now and again there's a skull on a spike.
Ruric is obviously excited. This is exactly what he imagined.
Not very inviting, is it?
Oh, strangers just friends you haven't made yet.
I mean, you're right.
I could do some sneaking around, see what's going on.
Yes.
Well, those spikes look pretty pointy, so, watch out.
I recommend sneaking around.
I mean, if you get caught, that's going to make it a lot harder for us to get invited to the banquet.
Augustus, we need you to stay here with us. Zimzix, please do a lap around the house to make sure that we are A, at in the direction of the proper front door, and B, if we do need to run, that there is a gate out the back that we can run out of.
Exit points.
Because I don't know if you've all noticed this, but we tend to need an exit strategy when we go to try to talk to people in need. So let us establish this now.
Let's not burn down his house.
Good plan.
I can't make any promises. Sorry.
And once Zimzix gets back, we will go knock on the door and ask the gentleman about his flowers and whether or not we can acquire them from him.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to do a stealth of the perimeter, look for exits.
Define the perimeter.
Is it there's a fence, right?
It's a wall.
It's a wall. Okay.
Like it's a full 10-foot wall.
Okay. So I'm gonna go around the outside of the wall as much as I can. Actually, you know what? It'd probably be better if I can get up on top of the wall. So I'll probably have to do some athletics first.
So you're trying to get up on the wall.
Yeah.
So roll me an athletics check to start with.
Ooh, nice. 19.
All right, now roll me a deck save because you don't want to get poked.
All right. What is it? 21.
All right. So you've climbed up on top of the wall, and you've managed to find a portion of wall between two of these big spikes.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing now?
Make sure I'm being as stealthy as I can, and
All right, so roll me a stealth check.
Yeah. Not quite as good, but that's okay. 17.
Point of order. You know what? Never mind. You're walking around the top of the wall.
Yeah, kind of weaving between the.
Does anyone in the party want to say anything before she does that?
Why are you on top?
Oh, I was going to say don't touch the skulls.
I was going to say just be careful.
Okay.
So only one person
time out.
expresses any sort of concern.
Yeah, that's this party in a fucking nutshell.
And it's the one who's focused on propriety, which I think is just perfect.
Right, so you're sneaking around the top of the wall.
Yep.
Make me 3 deck saves. We'll do 1 for each wall.
Okay. 17. Ooh.
Ooh.
5.
Yes.
Team 2. And 14.
We're going to come to a conclusion.
No,
of this
I'm sorry,
order
that's
a lot
12.
sooner than
You say
were expecting.
12?
Yeah, the last one was 12.
All right. So you do manage to, like, avoid most of the spikes. Every now and again, you, like, kick over a skull or you step on, like, a crusty thing that's on the top of the wall.
Crusty juggler.
Great big bushy beard.
So should I be investigating while I'm walking around here?
You haven't told me what you're actually looking for, so
We're looking for exit strategies, and that's mostly
on top of the wall for.
okay.
because I can see things. I can see the inside. I can see the outside.
So
Also, timeout. Isn't this kind of in like the middle of the day?
yep,
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go down
it's
myself
like
though.
midday right now. You are in the Undercity, however.
That 5 is doing a lot of work.
That was a deck save.
Still.
My stealth was much higher.
Yes.
Now you round one corner on one of the walls. This is gonna be the wall you rolled the 5 on.
Okay.
I'm gonna damage.
Okay.
Take it.
Uh-oh.
11 points of damage from a spike.
Ooh, right to the hand.
Ow! I got tetanus.
2d6 and I got a 6 and a 5.
Does she need a con save for tetanus?
Not some of the places she's been. She is a Dimir after all.
And a goblin.
They are
Yeah.
rumored to have a guild hall down here. Remember that.
Yep.
Rumored.
Hmm.
And like you turn round, and then like as you get round the corner, there's just this another huge fucking gate that you could have seen from the floor.
Could have, maybe.
And
Yeah,
then
well, I mean,
there's
this
like,
also lets me see the house, though,
and then
I
there's
can
like
see.
one on each wall.
Yeah.
There's one on each wall.
There's gates on each wall. Okay.
of the compound.
All right.
And then like there's the big house, and then off to one side there's like a smaller building. There's like outside the back of the house there's like a swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
Where you play murder polo. Because every good rich person has their own murder polo pool. Right? Because I mean, why wouldn't you? There's like a little the Golgari equivalent of a pool bar, right? Like the Golgari equivalent of like tiki torches. And there's like a very nice garden as well. And you see like a front door and a back door.
Okay. Are the windows like are they just regular curtained, or is there anything that's boarded up or obscured?
You have dark vision? If so, how far?
Dark vision 60 feet.
You can't see.
Okay.
The house is at least 100 feet from the wall.
Okay.
These are big grounds.
Nice piece of property.
Big grounds.
Yeah. All right. So
Jordan, roll me a perception check.
Yep. Perception. Nat 20, 23.
So as you hear from like the wall on the other side of the house, Zimzix going as she gets like impaled on a spike. You're like, and you look up for guidance from the patron saint of filing and
They
grammar.
could give me shit.
And as you
Can
do
we
that,
can we say that I'm looking for guidance from the spirits of workplace injury?
yeah.
OSHA.
Oh, great, OSHA. And as you look up, you see the weather vane on the top of the house, right? Which is usually got like north, south, east, and west, and like a cockerel on the top, or some kind of design on the top. The design on the top of the weather vane is an Orzhovian symbol.
Oh. Okay. This might make things a little bit easier. Potentially.
Sure.
Where potentially.
Roll me a wisdom check with your proficiency modifier. This is an Orzhovian house, and your plan is to make a deal with the person inside for something.
It's just gonna keep going, isn't it?
Welcome to Ravnica, folks.
Sure, we'll get you some flowers for this. So sure, we'll do this for some flowers.
Hey, Ruric, we need you to run back to town, find as many people dressed in green as red as possible, and bring them back up here. Augustus, we need you to do the same, but people dressed in green and black, and bring them back here.
For what?
No, that was...
Oh.
Basically, I was saying bring the Gruul clans and the Golgari swarm in, and we're just going to, like, follow them as they sort of truck their way through the house.
I would like to point out, I haven't written any Gruul into this yet.
Yep.
Ooh.
I can fix that.
I guess Gruul wouldn't be down here, would they?
I was gonna say there's a lot he didn't write into this 2-episode story.
2-episode story arc.
You don't know if the Gruul would be down here, quite frankly.
Gruul go wherever they can bash their heads into each other.
Sure.
All right.
Aimee knows what I'm thinking.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
They've already been mentioned once this campaign.
Ah.
All right. I feel like asking this guy for the flowers is not going to be the way to go on this one.
Well,
Now, bear in mind, the other 3 members of the party may not listen to you.
Does,
Well, I already
is he-
know what 2 of them want to do. One of them wants to go give his condolences for a dead spouse that we may or may not be still alive. And the other one's first inclination is to go snap firebolt at every piece of linen and wood he could find.
you don't know the second half of Rurik's plan, though.
I don't know the second half.
The first
Just
half is
pointing
bad
that
enough.
out.
Can I honestly just say, best period plan period ever period.
The second part is where it gets real good.
What I'm hearing best period plan period ever period is sell our souls, flub and breaking and entering the plot in the most needlessly complicated way possible. While doing all this, we're going to give condolences to a spousal figure that may or may not be dead, all while committing arson on somebody's fairly expensive piece of property.
Just another Tuesday.
That's the Ravnica News Network for you. First in journalism, first in arson.
News at 11 after we've burned down the place.
Under City on fire again. Our investigators were already there.
On the scene.
We're attempting to find out who this arsonist is. It clearly is not the Loxodon, covered in ash and burn residue.
So
Alright,
about
so-
this point, Zimzix gets back from scouting the perimeter atop the
Alright.
walls.
Yeah, so it's about what you expect. Gates on each wall. There's
Are
pool and
you
guard-
talking from the top of the wall?
No, I jumped down. You want me to
Then
jump
roll
down?
me an
Literally
acrobatics
jump
check.
down?
Yep.
Oof.
Acrobatics? Okay.
5 times your height, or 2.5 times your height.
10.
10. You fall and slip on your ass,
Oink.
which means 10 feet is d6 damage. Right?
Yep.
Take 3 points of damage as you fall and slip on your ass, which is the most damage you've taken in the entire campaign from a wall.
Ow.
Pretty strong wall.
Pretty good tank.
I still have that
Yeah,
coin
exactly.
that I pocket. Damn it.
A coin to your
So
finger.
anyway, there's gates on each wall. Some sharp, pointy things up there. But
As she's saying this, is like blood, like.
yeah.
Do you need some help?
That's a dumb question.
Well, it seemed like you had it until you fell off the wall.
There's actually like a blood trail down the wall as
yeah.
well, and around.
I
Like
slipped in
'cause
my
she-
own blood.
She fell on like the third wall out of 4. So like around the top of like one of the walls, there's just like this trail of goblin blood. There's like she's on the verge of like bleeding out.
Yeah.
I will continue to use my my lay on hands for five points of healing.
That's your entire pool now, right?
That is.
Oh no.
Oh,
Ruric, you don't
alright.
have to do that. And
Now the cleric can shine.
Anyway, so there's a pool and garden out back. I couldn't really tell entrance and exits from the house because it was just too far away to see much of anything. But I mean, if we wanted to try approaching,
Did you
chances-
see a big tent?
No,
Caterers?
nothing like that. No.
Okay. Quiet ceremony then. Private.
Yeah. So is Adelchi going to share with us that? But yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'll
well, I
share
would
that this
recognize the
house
symbols,
belongs.
wouldn't I?
You haven't seen them.
Oh, okay. That's right, because the house is too far away. Yeah, so we can try our chances going in, just knocking on the door. Be kind of random.
as compared to
Just
I
going
mean-
to the meeting
I
and
mean-
forgetting about this part.
I'm happy to knock.
let's knock and try talking to the guy.
Like, when he says let's knock, Ruric starts like
Pounding on the wall.
knocking on the gate or the fence that is closest.
There's a gate like right by where you are because you like walked up a path. You
Yeah.
didn't tell me you were taking the oblique route, right?
Oh, of course.
So you walk up a path, and like you've been stood right next to a gate this whole time. So you go to like knock on the gate, right? And Jordan, roll me a religion check.
It's a religious gate.
And Jamie, you can roll me Arcana.
30-20.
Sweet. Nice. 20.
What did you get, Jordan?
20.
Both like almost see the ghosts come into the view, like all the gates up
Oh,
just before Rurik's hand hits it, and it's like that.
Alrighty then.
Gee.
Hey, we were expected.
I smooth my my robes out and greet the ghost. Hello.
They just
Who are you talking to?
May we enter, please?
the ghost just they're like they opened the gates for you
Mhm.
and then they just disappeared.
Oh, okay. Then I will start striding up the path.
Well, he seems to be knowing what he wants to do. So
then,
That makes two of us.
As you get like 10 feet in, the gates start closing.
Gotcha.
Huh. Good.
Yeah, I think the cleric and the paladin are leading the pack here.
Yup.
And the paladin's happy about it.
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
All right, so you just charge. You're making no. Okay.
Yeah, we're not hiding.
We don't need to obscure ourselves.
I mean, we're coming with good intentions. We just have to ask a question.
At least one of us is, yeah.
Yeah.
Ruric, aren't all your intentions good?
Absolutely.
The two of you, we're not 100% sure whether or not your intentions are good, but you know.
I won't speak for the party, but my intentions are good.
My intentions are obvious.
So you reach. So like there's like that porch. You can walk up the stairs to get on, and there's like planters on either side of the door. It's a big door.
Wow.
I guess we just knock.
Yeah.
I make sure that, you know, all my articles are in place, and I will.
So about 30 seconds later, the door creaks open, and on the other side of this, the door is what can only be described as this lump of people, or at least bits of them, that have all been stitched together to make one person. And it just has the door open.
Do I recognize this as servant homunculus?
Clearly, yeah, it's clearly
Okay.
like a construct or homunculus or something.
But but like it's
It's
not
definitely a
meant-
servant, yeah.
All right.
Like it doesn't have the brain power.
I am Adelchi from RNN and neophyte of the Syndicate and company, here to see the master of the house. May we enter? What was that?
Why?
Oh, we have some questions of a sensitive and personal nature. We wish to speak with the master of the master or mistress of the house about.
I'd like to give our sympathies.
Ruric.
Like he doesn't understand the word clearly.
Or what he said.
Yeah, what he said.
Oh,
I will. Got it left there stood.
Hmm.
You don't know if it's
Yeah.
coming back. You don't know if
Yeah.
Well, this place is interesting.
very swanky.
So is there like a custom we should observe?
none of the rest of you know this is an Orzhovian house.
True, but there was a giant stitched together monstrosity, and
could have
are
come from at least 4 different guilds.
Okay. Well, I'm asking in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking about more of the funeral.
Yeah.
Funerary. Okay.
I mean, our Documancer should know all the funerary rites, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
What funerary rites? We don't put anyone. Nobody's dead forever.
Technically, even though you're raising their ghost, you still have to dispose of the body.
Do we though?
Yes. What do you think the
give it to
Golgari are
Izzet.
for?
We just sort of shoved him down a shaft to the Golgari after we pulled the soul out.
There's just like
dumbwaiter.
like in the middle of the plaza of like the secret the Shaman of Souls. There's just this big like garbage. People just like bring out your dead.
Heave.
Not dead. Getting better.
While we're waiting for the homunculus to return, I will sort of look at everyone. Be very careful what you say to anybody you speak to in this house. I now will point up to
Ruric.
I'll point up to the weather vane. We are about to enter the domicile of a member of the Syndicate. Please note that your employment contracts with RNN do not have them liable.
Not indemnify you.
The RNN is not held liable for any sale of your soul that you may make in private contract with another entity. So you're not getting any compensation if you sell your soul and drop dead here. Just putting that out here now. The warning has been given. Workman's comp is no longer effective.
All right. Well, you know what we're after, so you're gonna have to take the lead on this.
It will
Ruric.
follow your lead. I
Shush.
won't touch anything. I promise.
Ruric?
Yeah, you.
Just
Okay.
don't say anything.
You've been stood there for about 10 minutes. And then the door like Oh man.
Thank you. Sort of squeeze past the homunculus to enter.
He steps back to let you in.
Oh, okay, good.
Not rude. Whoa. You come in, he closes the door, and he's like, oh, huge spiral staircase into one of the towers of the home. Turn into Eeyore.
Nothing wrong with the little Eeyore. Okay. Sort of follows directions and enter wherever he told me to enter. Where he points us to.
Is Nessa still with us?
Yep, she's
Or is
following you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's being very quiet, but she's following you.
To make sure that we actually do what we said we would do and investigate.
Just in case you do come across the Pyromana Flux conduit, she
Flux
wants to
capacitor.
get it back.
Yep.
Sure.
Wait, what room have we been led into?
As I said, you were led up like a big spiral staircase up one of the long towers that come out of the top of the building, and it's just like you've been left outside a door.
Okay.
It's just like the homunculus is like in here, back down.
Well, I guess I'll open the door.
Right, you You open the door, and it's like a quite small room inside. But there's like a big chair, and there's a fairly old-looking gentleman sat there smoking a cigar, looking out of a window over the.
I'll sort of clear my throat.
Doesn't technology.
Hello. I am neophyte Adelchi.
Oh yes.
Yes. I have come to discuss about a recent purchase of flowers. You have
Neophyte, you say?
yeah, yes.
So, how long have you been in training, Neophyte?
I I have been I have been training in the church about well, formally about 10 years now.
Which year did they teach the class on manners that you were absent for?
That is an excellent question, sir. Because I was clearly absent for that class.
Perhaps you'd like to step outside and knock the door before you...
Yes, sir. I'll back out, close the door, and then timidly reopen the door.
How can I help you, Neophyte?
Yeah,
and his demeanor's completely changed. He's actually quite pleasant at this point.
I am here on task from Oligarch to Tundra above city.
Ah, yes. How is my daughter?
She is very well. She has sent me here to acquire a dozen flowers for her. The shit, I didn't write it down. The night blooming.
Do you remember?
No, I don't.
This will be good.
The night blooming Renzo.
It does.
So Ruric interjects with that, does he?
Ruric was told not to talk, so Ruric wouldn't.
Okay, so you wouldn't, if you didn't have it right down, you wouldn't know they were the Renzo flowers.
No, guess not.
No, I'm kidding. You can have the Renzo.
A dozen night blooming Renzo flowers. Why don't I have a pencil anywhere on my desk?
Bad journalist.
You know, you're sitting at a computer, right?
I type 1,000,000 times slower than I like.
Maybe someone else in the class can share their notes with you when we're done.
Yeah, she sent us down here to find a dozen night blooming Renzo flowers in exchange for some help to try to identify someone who may have assaulted us in a Selesnya spa and potentially broken into our homes. Now, a merchant who says that he sold his last flowers in town to you.
Yeah, very pleasant young man.
Yes, indeed he was.
Great manners.
Yes. Yes.
It was helpful.
I was hoping that, and now realizing that Oligarch Duntundra is your daughter, that we could acquire a dozen of the flowers from you to return to her.
These are mine.
Yes, I understand that. But is there anything we can do to acquire them from you? We are willing to pay for them. We are willing to do.
You're willing to enter into a contract with the Orgol Syndicate?
I already got several contracts with the Orzhov Syndicate, sir.
You aren't the only one in the room. A fight.
Sort of look at the other three. It's like, yes, but I am the one asking.
The look on the goblin's face tells me that because the description that you gave is our home, and we are on a mission for my daughter, not specifically just you.
Yes.
So in order for me to fork over these very expensive, very rare blue, I would need all of you to enter a contract.
All right. This is something of a sure thing versus the other possibility. So, as much as I don't like to be in debt to somebody, I will agree to enter a contract.
Oh, really?
Ruric, you're allowed to speak in this regard.
You're muted.
I'm wondering about our new friend. And I will turn to the Izzet, who didn't know what she was signing up for when she joined us.
Like, you look at her and she's just like... and literally steps out of the room and closes the door.
She's not with us, really. That's so. Yeah.
She's just like, flips you the bird and leaves.
she has other priorities.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, the flower thing isn't her deal.
Just sitting waiting for the rest of you to chime in.
It would depend on what the deal was.
But you are at least willing to consider it.
Well, I'm open to all kinds of ideas.
Excellent.
I'm going up against the grain right here. I do not. There has to be an easier way. Well, and by easier, I'm not saying easier. I'm saying a more less contractual way to get these flowers.
And what
can
are you
I
suggesting?
pull him aside?
Information on where to get them.
I buy them from the dealer.
And you have no other connections of being able to find them down here?
Why would I need other connections? The dealer has them.
That's actually true.
Hey, I'm going to go to a coffee shop to buy a coffee. Or I could go all the way to where the bees grow and buy them there.
You're right about that.
Augustus, can I just talk to you just for a second?
Yeah, I guess.
excuse us 1 second. Look, he's got the flowers. That's, again, a pretty sure deal if we make a contract. The other thing we have is this meeting tonight where theoretically the grower is going to be there. We don't know if he'll have the flowers. We don't know if we'll be able to get the flowers. There's a lot of unknowns with that. So this is almost sure versus a lot of unknowns. That's what we're dealing with.
I kind of feel like this is, I don't know,
out of character for a minute.
Uh-huh.
Those of you who know the setting may wish to explain to those that don't what entering into a contract with the Orzhov tradition.
If I remember correctly, entering contract with an Orzhov is, well, it's not just an end of, goes well past what your life actually is, because, that's what we do. We raise ghosts.
Traditionally, entering into a contract with the Orzhov, they will bring you back to life when you die and enslave you.
Mm-hmm. But we're already obligated to the oligarch, so...
You were obligated to the oligarch, but you never signed a contract. He just asked you to do her a favor.
This kind of is in a pickle now.
It's an incredibly bad idea.
Oh, I already know. I know. Trust me. I don't. This is a really bad idea. There has to be another way.
I'm going to be incredibly honest with all four of you. I was expecting the entire party to do what she just did.
Bugger off.
Just be like,
came all this way.
I mean, maybe he'll give me a good deal.
1,000 years of servitude? Yeah, no.
1,000 years.
Oh, all right. 10,000? I don't know.
There are people in the Orzhov Church today that were at the signing of the Guild Pact 10,000 years ago.
Ah, okay. Right. Oof.
So do you want to take our chances with the meeting?
Yes, I will take my chances with the meeting. Because bad things are about to happen to y'all, and I do not want to be a part of it.
Well, I think we're kind of all in or not all in. So if you're out, then we're all out.
Oh, well, thanks for having the solidarity, you guys. Like, awesome. I'm out. Because this has bad written all over it.
All right.
Just sitting
Ruric?
there, letting you...
Adelchi, what do you two think?
I'm not going to talk right in front of him about it, but
You step outside if you want to.
step outside.
Mm.
Wait for everyone to come. Rest of the group to follow me out.
Ness is out there just like looking out over the thing, like fiddling with the like contraption in it. Like a spark as you.
Don't blow up the house, please.
Close the door behind us all, and then
Yeah, we don't want to be rude.
leave. Question: leave?
What?
What do you think?
Leave.
Oh, you one word question here.
Yes.
Oh, we go outside and say leave, and then we just walk out the door.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
I think it's more that Adelchi is like stepping outside and asking the question, "Are we leaving?"
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
But he's doing it in the leave kind
Yeah.
of way.
Well, I mean, we should probably
Okay.
at least say, "Hey, sorry, we're not going to do this." And
Nope, because that's just
Yeah.
asking for us to get killed.
really,
I would think so. Yeah,
If he is the father of a present oligarch, which makes him fairly powerful within the church, and he wants our souls for servants, he will collect them one way or another.
yes.
He's also going to tell his
Roll me
daughter
an- roll
that
me
we
an
stopped
insight-
by.
Roll me an insight check.
this seems like a guy who's all about manners. I think it would be better to let him know that.
8.
Oh yeah, he's totally gonna murder you. He's totally
Yeah.
gonna murder you.
Well, you know these people best, so again, you've got the lead on this.
So far, everyone has wanted to just murder us. So,
So,
Not
True.
everyone.
so either way, he's going to tell his daughter about this.
probably. We'll may have to make sure we come through
Hmm,
for this.
that Varys guy better have these flowers.
I mean, if not, we can
Okay.
shake him down for the knowledge of where they grow and go after it like that. We have the box.
Yeah, we do have the box.
I don't like the idea of shaking someone down. Let's have this conversation not in this person's house.
All right.
I think we all just depart.
Just leave.
Just,
I
we're
mean,
going to talk about this outside. He didn't know we meant outside.
I still kind of think somebody who's all about manners would prefer.
Well, he has
Slide a
all
note under the door.
he has all time to listen to our response, so we're just considering it very carefully.
We'll get back to you on that.
Well, if he is about manners, can we? I'm trying to figure out an easy way to form the words to be like, we need a day to think about it. Like, what's an easier way to say that without being rude?
Well, if the answer is no, then that would be lying, and that's rude.
Correct, but we're not on his grounds when we say no.
I think us leaving means we're not on his grounds, and we have said no.
Yes, but
Hey, everybody watching. Hi, I'm Bob. I'm your dungeon master. This is why the murder mystery has taken 7 episodes. They have been deliberating this for 20 minutes.
I'm just Adelchi's just
I'm with whatever
Walking
Adelchi
away.
thinks. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Follow him
yeah.
just
because
not-
he knows these people best.
Mhm.
Right. With that, we're going to take our break.
Yeah, I
Before
think
we
we
go
just.
to break, I have a few thanks to give. Big shout out to Coffee Brewing Studios. Hey, Dennis, for the follow. Sem, the Semblant, thank you for the host. And thank you to me and Jordan for our subs.
Good job, guys.
We'll be back in about 5 or so minutes. We've had a chance to refresh our drinks and use the restroom. Join us after the break for part 2 of Have I Got News? Episode 7, Ro-Mancer the Stone. If you're on YouTube, in a different video. We will see you after the break.